Mm, 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 mm. I know this guy sings something else. He has to. He doesn't he sing the laser beam? What? Mm, 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 mm. It has to be that song. I can't. Is it that song? What? I can't remember. Isn't it that song? It has to be. Mm. Hey Malibu, how you doing? How's it going? You just donated? Okay. Thank you. Well, to answer your question, I would say that there's like some past stuff that's going to resurface and come your way as far as, like a person. I get two men here that you could be dealing with in the next 30 days, making things difficult. You might be thinking about them from your past or getting those secrets revealed or feelings toward you being shown in the next 30 days by people from your past. You might get past people come up or a past person to come up, and somebody who's broken your heart, somebody who's disappointed you. You might be getting something about them. This person failing to control their emotions and telling you things about what was going on in the past finally. And then I get another man here. This could be the same person, but it could be another man here like somebody who's telling you that they were unfaithful or they didn't do what they were supposed to do when they were with you or they were talking to you or something like that. This person is like will use any means to achieve what they want, get what they want from you. So I'm not getting anything good here. I'm just getting like things from the past being revealed in the next 30 days by a man or men, two men, could be two men or one guy just like coming to you twice to tell you things about their feelings and their and how they feel about you in the past or why they did certain things in the past. So I get difficulties in the past resurfacing, coming up, and this person telling you about it. Or if you were to ask this, you know. Well, I get an older man here, so and it's a father figure, and I get another guy here that's probably younger. Because when I get like the emperor reverse, it's like an older man, usually a brother or a father. But this, like the emperor reverse, to me is like a person who's very indecisive about telling you things, or like they feel weak or they feel like petty about telling you things, or they just have the lack of strength to tell you, like, you know, what the real truth is and things like that. So, or your father might tell you something that, you know, that disappoints you, something that he has to tell you from his past. Could be that too. Or you might find out something about your dad. But if it's not him, it's like a past person trying to come back to get you, like to try and, you know, justify their actions, I would say. But this person like was very ineffective and just like you were like, yeah, bro, no thanks. But I see this person disappointed you or like broke your heart in the past. So they might like try to come back and say things to you in the next 30 days to get you to, you know, to talk to them or apologize for their past, you know, things that they did. I don't get nothing good, to be honest. It's just like a whole bunch of bullshit here about these two guys, like and what they want. But this could be the same person, just, you know, telling you about certain things like twice. They might come to you one day, tell you one thing, and they'll be like, "Look, I got to tell you something else. You know, this is what happened in the past, and this is why things didn't work out." You know, like sad sob stories about bullshit. But I don't get nothing good here. So, unfortunately, to answer your question, I see a bunch of bullshit happening in the next 30 days where these two men, you know, say certain things to you. Well, this person can confess their feelings, but it's nothing that you want to hear. So if this person confesses their feelings, they might tell you, look, sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not interested in you. I don't really want no part to you. So that it's a negative feeling and a negative confession. I don't get no positive confession here, you know? So if there's somebody that wants to confess their feelings to you, it's not going to be what you want to hear, unfortunately. You know, well, it's for a good reason because then you're not going to get an idiot, right? So I'm not really getting anything positive here as far as like somebody confessing their feelings. I get that when this person does confess their feelings, you're going to be disappointed. So if you're waiting for like a good confession or something that's going to make you happy, I don't get that. I feel like this person is going to like, you know, disappoint you. So it's better to you know now than know later, or to be falling for somebody that doesn't give a shit about you or doesn't feel the same way, right? Yeah, I'm always gonna be honest, sweetheart. That's just how I am. I'm just gonna tell you exactly what spirit tells me. Spirit gave me those cards. I'm gonna translate them. Tell you what I see. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. You know. I ain't gonna lie to you. But, you know, whatever happens, just know it's for the best and it's for a reason. And it's probably for spirit saving you from being with an idiot. So that's a good thing, you know? That's how you gotta look at the whole message is spirit's probably saving you from somebody that you want to confess their feelings. But if it's a negative thing, you're probably gonna be like, okay, cool, go away. Yeah. Well, if it is your father, oh, there you go. Yeah. So if it is him, then I would say, you know, he might apologize for disappointing you, but also at the same time, he's going to, try to justify his actions, which most people do. They're not going to outright blame themselves 100% unless they're a real, person where they can own up for and take accountability. Well, I mean, if he's man enough to come toward you and say something, that'll be great. I mean, I always, like you said, you're open to hear from, which is great on your part. At least you're, willing to listen so he can explain himself, but it doesn't mean it's going to be the truth. And it doesn't mean that it's going to solve anything. If anything, it might disappoint you and you'd be like, you know what? Whatever. Like, I just think it's sad that people go through that, So there's so many people out. Hey, Sophie, how you doing? There's so many people out there that want to be mothers and fathers and daughters and sons and or like there's a guys out there like myself who would love to have, a family, and then there's people who have them and throw them away. It's really sad. So that's my opinion on that. Yeah. So annoying to know that people abandon their children and just don't give a fuck about them. That shit never makes sense to me. But whatever. People are people. There's gonna be bad and good in everything. Everyone. Unfortunately, nobody takes accountability for their actions or wants to get better in life. But sometimes bad people make good people and vice versa. Sometimes two good people have a child and they turn out to be bad. And then sometimes, you have a father that's great, a mother that's a shit mom, and vice versa. It's in both. It's just the way it is. It's sad. You know, I always look at my ex brother-in-law, and when he left my sister for a hoe, and don't even speak to his children and abandon his children and abandon them. And he still don't speak to his kids. He still don't want anything to do with his kids, and they don't want anything to do with him either. And here I am saying to myself, "Fuck, I love my nephew so much. I can never abandon him or never leave my child or whatever. I would fight for my children. You know, fuck that. My children will be my world, just like how my nephews are everything to me. I can never do that to my child. Like, and anybody who does is going to hell where they belong." Hey Virgo, how you doing, sweetheart? Your ex abandoned you and your kids 14 years ago, yeah. Oh, he should go to hell, or hopefully he is. Because anybody who does that's just like whack. It don't make sense to me. I don't know how you can make children and then just leave them. That shit don't make no sense. Well, that's the thing. I think most parents that abandon their children end up being all right. They don't. It's just like my nephews when he abandoned these kids, they ended up being better than they've ever been. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100% for sure. You know, but it's just, the whole point is like, why? Why would you do that? Like, it just don't make no sense. Like, that's just the stupidest thing you can do. And I have two siblings that my sister's husband left her and the kids and abandoned them for a hoe. And my brother, his wife left him for a guy, another guy, and the kids don't even want to see her, don't even care about her, and they're better off without her. So both my siblings had the opposite sex, do the things. So one, my brother had a shitty wife, she was a hoe, and he married, and he's dumb enough to do it. But he has two sons that he loves and cares for, and has been taken care of for years now. You know, and here I am, like I would love to have that life, and I don't have it. It's just fucking annoying to know that, as a guy, when a man abandons his wife and kids, it just doesn't make no sense. And like I would never do that. I would always try to make it work, unless my wife was turned out to be a hoe and she left me. But I would take the kids for sure. I would take my children. I wouldn't even let her deal with them. But if they want to deal with her, then that's their issue, or that's their problem. But I would fight for my kids. Hell yeah. Yeah, see, that's harder when they're younger. Thankfully, both of my all four of my nephews that went through a divorce, they were like in their 12, 13, 14-year-old range. So they can wipe their own ass and do what they have to do, right? So they knew what life was when their parents got divorced. Like, they knew, they had other friends that had the same situations. It's when they're in diapers and only 4 years old that it's harder to deal with. Yeah, these damn hoods, man. These hoods ain't loyal. And that's exactly why I don't want to get married and I don't want to have kids with nobody, because I would never want that to happen to me. That would destroy me, destroy my heart if I were to like have kids with a woman and she just upped and left me for another man and left me and the kids by ourselves and just abandoned us. Like that shit would destroy me mentally, and I would like be like, "What the fuck is this woman doing? Like, what? Why did you even come into my life? For what? To do what? Just to like have children with me and leave? Like that's just delusional to me. Like I don't get that. That's why I don't even want to take the risk, because I always fear that. That's why I always, you know, say to myself like, maybe God's saving me from a hoe, saving me from that life. I'm better off without it and just enjoy everybody else's kids. And that's what I do. I love children, but sometimes people who love something so much never have what they want. And I'm fine with it. I'm old enough now. I really don't care. But I still love kids. I still love my nephews. They're not kids anymore, but I still love them. They love me. That's all. I'm good. I'm get over it. I would love your kids too. I love everybody's kids. I'm just the type of guy I like to, entertain children, make them laugh, talk shit, teach them things. She was a baby. It was very hard. I cried a lot, but look at them now, so much better. Yeah, exactly. See, my opinion sometimes is God allows you to have children with someone, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be together forever. And those children sometimes have to be bred between you and them, even though you and them ain't going to be together all the time or forever. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just meant for you to have children with someone, but not be with them for the rest of your life. And what doesn't kill you will make you stronger. So those kids are gonna grow up and say, my mom is the fucking best. She gave me a good life. She took care of me. My dad abandoned us. And as they get older, they're gonna end up taking care of you. That's just the way it is. They're gonna end up, telling you that you're the best mom in the world. Most women are very, nurturing and caring. As long as you're not a hoe, then you're all right. Because that's when you get devalued. But there's many guys out there that do the same thing. And sometimes you don't have to get abandoned. Sometimes the person dies. Unfortunately, your mother or your father die early, and you got to go into a next level. Getting out of that frame of mind of saying, what, I can do this. I can do it without it. I know my mom and dad died early, but I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna, I know they're in spirit helping me. And it's many situations where you get where you that you have to go through. It's like I said, I my parents, they were always showing us that being together was the only way. And my parents were very good. They gave us what we needed, not what we wanted, but they gave us what we needed, which was clothes, shelter, food, clothes on our back, good education. My parents fought for us. So I respect them for that. Even though at the time I thought they were too strict and they were annoying and they didn't care about me in a way that I wanted them to care about me. But technically they did, but just showed it in a weird way. But you know what? It's all good. Like, sometimes we all grow up different, right? We have different cultures, different countries we live in. Then the upbringings of our parents we'll never really know unless they tell us, right? So your upbringing has 50% to do with how you come out in life and how you are in life, in my opinion. The other 50% depends on you, on how you take it. Are you going to be like them or are you going to be better? Are you going to dwell on your past or make your future better? Are you going to sit there and cry like a little bitch all day about your life or are you going to do something about it? So it all depends on you, really. You control your own destiny indirectly. You can control how you live your life. You want to be a hoe, you're gonna have hoe results. If you're a good person, you might get good results. If you're a bad person, you can't expect much. So it really depends on you. But when you take care of your children and you do everything for them, you'll get rewarded in the end. Whether it's a small reward or a big one, or it could be something that happens that you say, what the hell just happened? Why did this happen to me if I'm so good? Sometimes things are out of your control. And then karma plays into it a lot too. Mhm. But I respect good parents. I respect people that take care of their children. Good mothers and fathers exist. It's just that, some people don't get credit. But I credit every single parent out there who's taking care of their children, no matter what the case is. I respect people who take care of their children. If you don't take care of your children, then you're a fucking idiot. Because that child can grow up to be, greatness, and then you're gonna miss all the fun things. And if you don't care, then you're an idiot. Pretty much. Hey Fiona, how you doing? But that's just the way life is, you know. You win some, you lose some. Some people don't care. Some people are happy. And some people, after their partner leaves them, they become the best version of themselves because they've been held back so long. That's another thing. I saw that with my sister. She completely evolved after she got rid of her ex, you know. She became a different person for the best, not for the worst. And her kids did too. You have the patio door open and the upstairs neighbor is smoking pot. Hey, that's a free high. You should be thankful. I have the same situation here, Fiona. And I used to smoke weed for like 20 something years. I haven't smoked in almost 9 years now. I don't miss it and I don't really care about it, but I don't really condemn it because I was never addicted to it. It was just a pain reliever and a mood changer. But at least you're getting a free high. Inhale it. It's good for you. Keep you nice and relaxed. You can't take the smell, it's too much. Yeah, sometimes it can be very overpowering. I have to admit. I actually love the smell of it, but I don't care for it anymore. I just totally disconnected from it. If I still did it, then maybe my nephews would be trying it and doing it, and I didn't really want them to like get hooked on anything like that, or because then their parents are gonna look at me and say, "Your Uncle Mark smokes weed. That's why you do it. He's your idol. Don't you dare bring that shit in my house." Then they'll be calling me, "Your nephew smoking weed because of you." I didn't give it to them. I don't care. They idolize you. They want to be like you, so they're gonna smoke weed like you. Then they got caught and they went to jail. It's all your fault. I can hear it now. Oh my god. It'll be all my fault. Uncle Mark's fucking fault. That's one of the reasons why I stopped. That's one of the reasons I stopped. They'd be blaming me like a mofo. Hell yeah, it's all Uncle Mark's fault. See? Told you weren't gonna get anything of that. It's all your fault. Blame me. I always get blamed anyway. I get blamed for being myself. That's why I never told any of them. Well, my youngest sister knows about my life more than anybody because she's my best friend and she's my sister. But my older sister and brother, I can never tell them that I do this type of stuff. They were like, "Yeah, right. You don't do that." I was like, "Okay. Oh, read me then." I can read you without being a psychic. You're dumb as shit. See, you're just saying things. No, you're dumb. You would never understand because you don't believe in God or yourself. So you just talk about it to hear yourself. I can't talk to you guys. You're half devil, all selfish, and you don't believe in God unless you need Him. God is only a convenience to some people. God is only a convenience to some. That's why their lives are a convenience to Him. Yeah, Virgo, you know, damn Uncle Mark. Always my fault. Is it legal where you are to smoke weed, Fiona? Like, is that person allowed to smoke weed there? Or smoking pot? Fiona says, my upstairs neighbor is smoking pot. That sounds really white. Are you smoking pot? Can you please stop? It's going into my porch. Damn you. Well, he's not doing it in the building, he's doing it outside. See? It's legal. That's why he's not doing in the building, he's doing outside. It's going from his porch to your porch. There you go. He said, I ain't worried about that chick down but next door to beneath me. She could smell my pot. To hell with her. Some people don't have no respect, like they do it all the time. My neighbor, he's like 2 houses over and he smokes up on his porch. I see him. I can see him smoking like up on his porch. And when the wind's blowing towards this way, you can smell it like it's like really nasty. It's like stinks like hell. It was like better than the shit that I was smoking. But that shit comes through. It's like really, really bad. And I'm like, holy shit. If anybody came into my yard, they think I was back smoking again. That's how strong the smell was. Oh well. I think maybe you should snitch on him. You just say, excuse me, sir. My neighbor's smoking pot. He's not allowed to. This shit stinks. You can do it if you want to, right? At the end of the day, he's not supposed to be doing it. Snitch on his ass. Fiona says, oh, I am a lot of things, but I'm not a snitcher. Snitches get stitches, you know. He'll know it's you. He'll be like, yeah, that damn girl down below me, she snitched. Damn you. He'll be knocking on your door. You'll be like, yes? Did you tell somebody I was smoking weed, bitch? No. No, I did not. I'm not a snitch. Well, who said something? I don't know. That's what you gotta do. Like, does it happen a lot, Fiona, or no? If it doesn't happen a lot, then I would say, you know. Yeah, I know. I'm only joking, like, but I know I don't either. That's why I don't really care about what my neighbors do. But they care what I do. It happens at times, yeah. Well, if it's not every day, like, and it's not an aggravation, then, you know. I used to do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't give a fuck about nobody when I smoked weed. I could have gotten so much trouble. Honestly, I owe God and I owe Spirit so much for me not being locked up for drugs and shit. Well, for weed, you know. Oh, well, yeah. Usually, when people smoke a lot of weed, they had a bad day. Or they could be celebrating their birthday. Could be their birthday. Weed can be used for a celebration or like a bad day. I used to do both. I used to do it on bad days and good days. But I can be very honest, I don't miss it at all. Even when I smell it, even when like I, look at someone doing it. Somebody could smoke right next to me, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even want to do it again. I just don't really care about it no more. You know. I used to smoke cigarettes all the time and I smell a cigarette. My friend was smoking a cigarette right next to me today. and I didn't even care. They just don't phase me. When somebody has a beer next to me, I don't even care about drinking a beer. You know, just like my client today when she called me to give me her condolences for Diamond. She said, "You can come over here and have a beer whenever you want." I'm like, "Well, I don't really drink." "Oh, well, then come over here and have dinner." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll see what happens." But yeah, I don't drink and I don't smoke no more. This year in August, it will be 9 years that I stopped. And I'm glad I did because I really don't want that shit in my life. I used to be coughing all the time. I used to be real sluggish and like the only good thing about weed is when you're in pain, it helps. Like you go straight sleep and you won't feel no pain. It's a good sleeping reliever. Like if you have insomnia or you can't sleep properly, smoking weed is like really good for that. It's got its ups and downs, you know. And if you abuse it, then that's on you. You know. But right when before I stopped, I used to have like a couple tokes of like my joint and shit, and just like and then go to sleep. I wouldn't do it all day. I started to fade out right before I stopped. I started to do less and less and less. Then I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not spending my money on this shit no more. My nephews are getting older. I don't want to have to explain to them what the fuck I'm doing. And you know what? I'm had enough. You know, when I reached 40 years old, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I ain't doing this no more. I ain't smoking no damn cigarettes. So I got up that morning. I smoked my last cigarette, my last joint, and my last beer. And that was it. I was like, the hell with this. I'm not doing it anymore. I just can't. And everybody's like, no, man, just don't stop. You know, you can do it whenever you want. I'm like, I just don't want to do it at all. I give up. I'm waving the white flag. I don't want it no more. And it was the best thing I ever did because I don't have to spend all that money on it no more. And I don't have to feel that way no more. And cigarettes and alcohol is bad for you anyway. And even smoking weed is bad for you. You know, so I just completely stopped. But some people will swear down it's the best thing in the world, but not me. I know it's right from wrong. I know reality from bullshit, you know. I just had enough. I can talk about it now because I don't really care. But if you want to smoke weed and all that, I would never say, oh, stop doing it. It's bad for you. Or if you smoke cigarettes, I'll be like, or you drink, I don't care what you do because I can't condemn somebody that's done it when I've done it for like 30 years. So, whatever. But it's just my choice. I just don't want to do it no more. Puff, puff, pass, puff, puff, pass. I ain't on the grass. There's a song that has that on it. It's like a reggae song that I gotta find it. Puff, puff, pass, puff, puff, pass. I smoke the high grade grass. Something like that. We used to sing it all the time. I never really liked to share my shit with someone else's dirty ass lips, you know? Sometimes I would share it with somebody like, I knew who ain't doing nothing with them dirty lips. Or, sometimes you just didn't give a fuck, right? But I got very weird about that. Like I just didn't wanna I was like, I ain't passing nobody's shit, you smoke your own shit. Or if they didn't have anything, I'd give them some of mine. Like, yeah, roll your own shit up. I don't know where your dirty ass mouse, man. I used to do that. Towards the end, I started to be like that. There weren't no puff, puff, pass, and in the end, I smoke what's mine, you smoke what's yours. I don't know where your dirty lips have been. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I got sick one time, and from like a guy, one of my friends had the flu, and he didn't really tell me at the time. And like he didn't really seem like he was sick. And I ended up smoking the joint with him and then fucking getting sick. I'm like, man, fuck that shit. Then I used to think about where these people put their lips and what the fuck they're eating and shit. Ugh. I just say I can't do that shit no more. I didn't want to share with nobody. I just said, look, I ain't sharing, bro. I'm sorry. But here you go. You can have some. Here, roll this up. They were like, okay. They'll be looking at me like, fuck, okay. Even when somebody passed me something, I'll be like, nah, I'm good, bro. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm good. I'm high already. I'm right. I'm good. Oh, I want you to taste this. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Towards the end, I got really like, you know, I got really, annoyed that that's how it was. So I just stopped doing it altogether. It started to hit me like, this is fucking not good. I ain't doing this no more. Now, if it's my girlfriend or my wife, you know, I know that she's good to go or whatever, then I'm doing it, with her. That's different, right? But even my friends, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't know where your shit's been, bro. But I'm glad though. I saved a lot of money in the last 9 years by not doing that shit. Cause it got really expensive. Buying cigarettes, beers, and weed and paying your bills is pretty tough. So if I eliminate all that, I'll be happy. I actually lost a lot of friends because I stopped doing all of that. Because they wouldn't come around here no more because they couldn't smoke anymore or drink because I wouldn't allow it. So I didn't want them to come around here and do that shit no more. And because I didn't do it, they was like, "Oh, well, I ain't inviting you over my place because you don't do it anymore." And I was like, "All right, well, that shows who my real friends are." Bye. Some people still don't believe me that I stopped. They still think I do it. Sometimes some of my friends be like, "Yeah, I got that good shit. You want some?" I'm like, "No, bro. I tell you, I don't smoke no more." "Oh yeah, I forgot. My bad." Man, sometimes I think you're lying, man. You're lying to me. You put on my leg. Like, come on, bro. Here, like, you could take some. I'm like, look, bro. I tell you, I don't want nothing. I'm good. Sometimes my friends don't believe me. They still don't believe me that I stopped. And I keep telling them, look, bro, I'm being serious. I just don't want to do it no more. Just respect me for fuck's sake. I just don't want to do it. I was like, you can do it around me. I don't care. It don't affect me. You're not gonna smoke in my apartment, but you can smoke outside if you want. Don't bother me. I have a friend that comes around here and he'll come to talk to me and stuff. He's my boy. We went to school together. And he'll be like, it's okay if I light up. I'm like, yeah, go ahead, bro. I don't care. But you can do it outside, not in here. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. So we just sit off on my porch and he'll be smoking and talking. I wouldn't even care. It don't even faze me. Sometimes he teases me. He's like, you sure you don't want none? I'm like, no, bro, I'm good. No thanks. And he looks at me. He's like, fuck, man, I can't believe you're like, you just don't want anything. Or you just outright stop. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't really care. And, when you do this type of thing on here, like if you want to be really like spiritually powerful, you can't be doing that shit because it's gonna fuck up your brain and it's gonna fuck up your whole reading and it's gonna make you feel like a certain way. I used to do it when I did this stuff, but it just didn't set right with me. So I had to make a choice. That was another reason why I stopped, because I wanted to make sure that I was 100% not all high doing your reading and shit. And if something doesn't happen, you be like, yeah, see, you get too high, and then you forgot my reading, and you forgot who you was reading for. You got too high. I got a reading from Mark, but he was high. I need nobody talking about me like that. See, I got a reading from you the other day and you were sober. And then when you were high the other night, I knew you were high. And I wasted my time and my money. You were too high. I know a chick on here. I haven't seen her for a long time, though. I don't know if she's still around. But she used to like shuffle the cards with the joint in her mouth and in her hand and shit. And she'd be like doing the readings, for all the signs. She'd be high as fuck doing everybody's reading. I can't remember her name now. I can't even remember. I don't even know if she still exists. I haven't seen her like notifications or anything, or I haven't seen like her around. I haven't even heard my friend talk about her. I don't know. Maybe she got too high. Maybe she got too high and said, fuck this shit. I ain't reading tarot cards no more. Not my problem. But I got. We're talking about weed, and it's all Fiona's fault because her neighbor wants to get high tonight. So we're talking about weed because it's Fiona's neighbor's fault. It's not Fiona's fault. Fiona was complaining, and she don't want to snitch. Virgo, you smoke weed? You smoke pot? Virgo's like, nah, I'm already crazy. I'm good. She's like, nope. No smoking no weed around here. Hell no. That's good. Socially drink. Yeah, that's cool. Socially drinking is fine. You know. As long as you don't get drunk and, go on OnlyFans and shit. Start wilding out. Or get drunk and call me some wee hour tonight. Hey, Mark. It's me, Virgo. It's like, what's going on? I'm drunk as fuck right now. I had too much to drink. I want to know if this Pisces loves me. Because tonight we got drunk and he told me he loves me. I'll be like, woman, you better go to fuck sleep. You're drunk. I'm so glad nobody does that to me. I'm so glad people don't get drunk and come in here and like, hey, Mark, I'm turned up. I'm drunk as fuck. I need to know if this Pisces loves me. Nah, they don't love you. Oh, well, fuck them. I'm going to get even drunker. All right, babe, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you, Mark. Yeah, I'm going to go get drunk. I'm like, all right, have fun. Be careful. Yeah, I'll be fine. Fuck that bastard. I can see it now. I know. Oh shit. Oh boy. Yep. I didn't think you. I didn't think you was gonna remember. Oh shit. Oh boy, the amount of shit we have to deal with. That shit was funny as fuck. Listen, Marky, I'm drunk as fuck right now. I need to know if this Pisces loves me. Oh my god, man. It's not easy. The amount of shit I have to deal with. I think the person said, I can't remember who it was specifically, because this happened like maybe once or twice, three times maybe. I try and think what the person said to me. Oh, they said something about I've had a few drinks, so bear with me. But I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Entertainment for tonight. Oh boy. It's always somebody. I remember when I was on Instagram doing readings late nights. Sometimes those girls would be coming home. They were like, oh, hey, Marky. I just came out from the club. I'm had a few drinks. How you doing? All in there talking shit. Like, yeah, blah, blah, saw this, blah. I was like, oh, good Lord. Woman, you're drunk. Just go to sleep, please. Leave me alone. That shit used to happen with a few people that used to come in. It was funny as shit. I didn't mind. It was a good laugh. I enjoyed the laugh always. Because I got high. Well, I just got asked another question that is going to be in my top 10 famous questions. When you think you get asked the dumbest questions and another one comes up and you're like, oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. I don't know where these people come up and conjure up these damn questions, but they be making me laugh like shit. I'm like, oh boy, here we go again. Stupid is what stupid does. There's always one. Anyway, it's 10 after midnight here. I'm gonna go get my ass to sleep. I'm had enough for today. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning. So I might go live in the morning if it's pouring rain. We're supposed to have some shit weather now. I knew it was too good to be true. We had a lot of good weather the past couple of days. I knew the bad weather was bound to come again. It never lasts forever, obviously. But yeah, it's supposed to be shit weather tomorrow and Thursday. So if it is, I'll be here though. Yeah, there's always somebody, and there's always a couple people around. You know, people even if they're at work, they tune in sometimes. They're like, I'm at work, but I'm listening to you, Mark. Okay, cool. I was like, just don't get in trouble. If somebody walks by and see you talking to me, tell them, if they want to read it, holler at your boy. Well, have a good day at work, Virgo. It was good seeing you. And I hope all you guys have a great Wednesday tomorrow. And have a good night tonight. I'm gonna go get my ass to sleep. I'm heading off. My eyes are like ready to go to sleep. I'm really tired. I'm like, all right, I'll see you all. Thanks. I appreciate it. Good night.